Hello, my name is Lacey and welcome back to Late Night Coloring Mama. Tonight we're going to continue with our coloring chat that we did not too long ago in Ultimate Coloring Book Treasury. Relax, recharge, and refresh yourself. Valentina Harper and Thania McArdle. So let's go to the page here. Not that one, but this one. So this is the page we're going to continue working on. And let's see, most of the colors, well, I guess I am using some other ones besides Color. I do have Color and Crayola. So the first color we are going to start with, let me see. I want to make sure I don't okay, so I ended on the tan. So actually no, we're going to start with the brown. I guess we're just going to see where it takes us. So I'm just thinking here, I'm trying not to think too much how I want to start. So I think I'm just going to start around these edges. And we'll see how it turns out when we're done. So how is everyone doing tonight? Is the weather nice where you're at? It was 84 today where I'm at. I have our air back on. We had it off for a few days because it was in the 70s. It was really nice. Had the windows open. Just some fresh air. Fresh air is always nice before we have to have it closed up for fall and winter. Have any of you decorated for the fall season yet? Or do you not decorate? Our house is decorated on the inside for fall. I have like one thing outside. We actually decorated on Labor Day. My daughter and my husband went to Home Depot, and my son and myself decorated. Mostly my son. He was the one that wanted to do it. My kids both love it, but my daughter, when she came home, she was so excited. Wow, it's so beautiful. Yeah, she likes to help, and sometimes she just likes it done as a surprise. So that's what we did. Wanted to decorate too before we have this baby. Now I will decorate for Halloween too, but I do after Halloween I put back some of my fall decorations back up, because some of them I take them down for Halloween and then I put them up back up again. Do any of you do that? So I'm doing what I can before our baby boy arrives. And I'm cleaning like little by little, not to overdo it because it is starting to get tiring cleaning, but I know I got to keep up on it because Yes, we have a baby coming, and I do not want a messy house. My house smells like fall, or I try to have it smell like fall. I have fall candles, and got one of those like fall broomsticks. I don't know if you guys have ever seen them, and they smell like cinnamon. Last year I had a different one that smelled different, and it was really good. The store I got it from is closed, so they don't have that anymore. So we got this one from Home Depot. Has that good cinnamon scent. Apples, pumpkin, cinnamon. Bunch of different fall scents I like. On Sunday we made a bunch of soups. Like, it was a day of like cooking. I'm recording this on a Tuesday. So yes, a couple days ago we made a bunch of soups that we can freeze and have for fall and winter. My husband made like an Irish stew, and I made cheeseburger soup. And we made more, to last. I doubled ours. And it was good. We had some of that cheeseburger soup for supper on Sunday. Some sourdough bread, butter, and bread and soup is like our favorite. And my son asked today, actually before he left for school, he said, "Mom, can we have more of that cheeseburger soup tonight?" I said, "Well, yeah." Pulled it out and letting it unthaw. Let it unthaw. So we ate it. Well, they did. And we had Irish stew, me and my husband. So we all had soup. And I know you might think, oh God, it's so hot out where you live. You have our air on, so it's fine. It doesn't get hot in the house. And we're heating that stuff up. Honestly, it may sound weird, but I could eat soup any time of the year. I love different kinds of soups. I love grilled cheese and tomato soup. That's like my favorite. Do you have any favorite soups? Or what's a good fall soup? I'm thinking about making more soups, so. So far, I think it's coming out pretty good. I'm not doing anything special or anything, just coloring away. Okay, the next color I'm using is also, this is Zen color. Zena color. This is khaki. I think I'm just going to color these. I'm not really sure yet if I'm going to do the background. I'm almost thinking the colors might collide, but we'll see. Might still do it anyway. So my son has been having homework every night since school started. We've been studying for religion tests and spelling. And so far he's passed everything, 100%. So he's been really trying. And that's all, we tell him is just try your best. Don't rush, take your time. I remember being in school and I always felt rushed and I hated that feeling. So I always just tell him to take his time and don't rush. I told him just because someone else finishes early doesn't mean you have to, so I think that's helping, hopefully. He also has to read every night for like 20 minutes. His teacher sent us like this bingo sheet where they have to do different things, like read a nonfiction book, read under a table, read in a fort, read in your bedroom, read outside, just different things they have to do. Which I think is kind of fun to keep them reading and trying different things. Okay, this is a Kalur color, and this is Peacock Blue. And this one I might have to sharpen. And my daughter, she's in preschool. She is so excited to go to school every day. She wants to be friends with everyone. Well, she got to be really good friends with the little girl, and they were talking a bunch. And the teacher had to talk to her a couple times. So we told her, when the teacher's talking, you got to listen. She tells you to be quiet, you got to be quiet. She was just so excited, but you're young, you get excited to play with all these kids, and in our neighborhood we don't have very many kids. A lot of them are way older than her or older than my son, so. But yeah, this morning they were both really excited to go to school. I hope that stays that way. I loved school when I was little. I just never talked. I was very, very shy. I didn't talk much till I got into high school. I was afraid I'd get in trouble or something for saying something. And I did not like being called on. I was always nervous. My son's kind of shy, but he's done like since kindergarten. He's had to read stuff in church and everything. So for school, he's had to read when they have their mass. Read like scriptures and stuff. Yes, and by himself, he's had to do that. If I was in kindergarten, I wouldn't. I would cry. Getting nervous, but nope, he did it right in front of the whole church. So. And my daughter will have to do that if they choose her to do that once she's in kindergarten. They have other things they have kids do, like hold doors and other things like that. So what has everyone been up to? Have you guys been coloring a lot? Reading, doing any of their fun hobbies? I've been reading a little bit more. Kind of went through like, I was busy, so I didn't like have time to read with the kids in school, and then you're tired at night. And now I feel like I'm back into reading again. Get kind of slumpy once in a while. And I've been going to bed earlier. But now the past few days I've been staying up later, so getting ready. I already packed the baby's bag, even though I got a ways to go yet. Well, not a ways, but just to be prepared, and then I gotta pack my bag yet. I don't want any last minute rushing and have any of you seen the movie Long Legs? Looks like a kind of like a crime thriller, maybe. I want to see that movie, but I don't know how good it's going to be. I keep debating. By the time I want to watch it, it's too late anyway, and I'm already tired, so hopefully sometime I will see that. So yeah, I got the baby stuff packed. I washed all the baby things. We gotta do some setup of some stuff, probably this weekend. Just to get stuff, like opened and aired out, My niece is actually due in a little less than 2 weeks. So it's exciting. She has went in once, but it was nothing, so. My daughter has to leave school early on Thursday. She has a doctor's checkup, her yearly checkup. And then I have a doctor's appointment on Friday. Last time I was at the doctor was a few weeks back. I was 29 weeks, and they said the baby is almost 4 pounds. Which those can be wrong. They can be accurate. With my son, they were pretty much dead on with his weight. And my daughter, they were pretty good at that too. So we'll see. I have to have 5 more ultrasounds. Which originally I wasn't supposed to have all of those, just like 1 or 2 more, but I guess with my age and the baby size, since he's growing pretty well, they say they just want to check more, so I guess that's what we're going to do. Now this appointment, I don't have an ultrasound or anything, it's just a checkup. So it should be a fairly quick appointment. All the appointments after that will be like an hour or more long. But it might end early, because sometimes they do. And then hopefully I can get into my next appointment right after that, because I have 2 in a day when I have those. Has anyone got any fall coloring books or fall diamond paintings or any good fall books that you're reading? Even Cozy Mysteries, I like those too. I read pretty much anything. Pretty much, not always, but I woke up so early this morning and yesterday. I'm waking up at 4 something in the morning. I'm just wide awake. So I usually start my coffee. And that's when I try to read too in the morning. When the kids are in bed till I have to get them up at like 6. But today it was like 5:45 and I started dozing off. My alarm was still set, so I would have heard it. I started dozing, so I was getting tired again. And I usually get a drink of water right when I get up, because I'm always thirsty. I've been that way like my whole life pretty much. Still makes me think of beach with the colors. So I'm only using 5 colors in this picture. Maybe I'll use more, I'm not sure. Hoping not to. Well, these two are right next to each other, but that's okay. I'm hoping to start coloring some fall pictures soon. I have to go through like all my books to see what I want to color. See what I'm in the mood for. Are you a mood color, or can you color a bunch of pictures like with the season? Or do you have to be in the mood? I have to be in the mood to color a picture. Sorry about that. Let me get a drink of my water. There we go. I've been stuffed and congested this whole pregnancy, which is not unusual. Pretty sure it was with all my kids too. And I'm just getting over actually a summer cold. The first week of school, my daughter got a cold. And then I got it where I just wanted to sleep. But it wasn't that bad. I drank hot lemonade at night, and I didn't do sugar in it. Normally I would do sugar in my hot lemonade, how my mom used to make it, but I just did. I boiled up some hot water, and I had huge lemons, so I only used half a lemon, would cut it and squeeze the juice into it, and added some honey, and it was so good. Soothed my throat and everything, and it made me feel great. Now my husband, he felt pretty sick from his cold and sinuses. And he sounded terrible. My daughter was so stuffy. But yeah, mine, I tried to get that out of my system right away. And my daughter, she had some like medicine too. And my husband. So, but I always feel like I always get a summer cold regardless. And then I might get one in the winter. And then in the summer again. I haven't baked any goodies yet though for fall. Sometimes we like to make like pumpkin bread, or might have to do more zucchini bread again because our garden had a bunch. So sometimes I like to make brownies. My daughter actually found a brownie box at the store she wanted me to get, but I remembered we had one, so. And I've made them from scratch before, so she just seen that and wanted to get that, so I said, sure, we can do the boxed ones. Okay, going back to the khaki color. I'm just going to color in here. I actually like how this is looking. Wasn't too sure about the colors, but looks like a tile of some sort, and I thought it would be fun. I made a bunch of pancakes earlier today. I make them like huge batches of them so kids can warm them up for breakfast in the morning if they want that. We had some cinnamon rolls the other day. We had so many of those. My daughter doesn't like eggs. For school at lunch, they're having an egg and cheese omelet, so we'll see how well she did. They get other stuff, obviously, of course, that she eats, but I'll ask her if she tried it. She's been trying everything. Last night, we had some mashed potatoes, and we had some like cooked carrots that we canned. And I made chicken nuggets. Sometimes it's nice to do something quick and easy. So I made chicken nuggets. They had mashed potatoes and carrots. Oh, and they had some grapes for fruit. And milk, of course. So yeah, I told her that last night. She was excited to have chicken nuggets. I said she had to eat everything if she wanted a treat, and she ate everything, even her carrots. So, and she's been trying everything before. Last year at this time, nope. She wouldn't have ate the potatoes or the carrots. Now she does. And she tries at least a bite of her vegetables if it's something she's not sure of. I always just say, well, you have to try one bite. And she goes, okay. So she'll try one bite. And if she likes them, she'll keep eating them. I was originally tonight going to make oven-baked tacos. My son really wanted that soup. And my daughter liked it too. She ate all that too. And there is, might sound weird, they put celery sometimes. It's a recipe I'd found. I don't remember where. Off the top of my head, I've had it for a while. And I just don't think of it. It has celery in it and carrots and onion and potato. Well, I didn't have celery, so I just did the onion and carrots and potato. Yep, she ate it right up. And burger and lots of cheese. And parsley. And of course, broth and milk. Because you gotta make your roux too. My husband, actually, this is gonna sound probably dumb and crazy, like, what? I used to not know what a roux was, believe it or not. I've been with my husband for quite a few years now. He's the one who told me what a roux was. And I make roux all the time now, so making soups or something, you know. And I cook a lot too. I didn't cook a lot till I met my husband. He's a really good cook. He always cooked. Then I just started following a bunch of recipes, and it was pretty easy. I mean, I knew obviously how to cook some things, but some stuff I didn't. But now I do, and I've been doing it for years. And they like my cooking, so. My older sisters are always asking me, oh, how'd you make this? How'd you make that? They cook too, but I just said my food always looks good. I'm like, I just look up a recipe, I guess. Unless it's something I know off the top of my head. I think I'm actually going to leave the background white, because I think it looks pretty without it being colored. And I wouldn't know what color to use. And I don't want all the others to be like too much of one color. Because I originally thought about doing like this color in the background, but then it would clash with all the others. And I don't want to do that, so I think it will look good as white, like a tile. So, which tiles are all different colors, but I like that. Okay. Oopsie. Sad news. My brother's dog passed away. His wife brought the dog in the car to take their son to school. Seemed fine. Nothing going on. We got in. She got home from dropping him off, and he died in the car. He was an older dog, so that's really sad, you know. Come home and you're trying to get your dog out and you realize he's not there anymore. Got his final ride. He liked car rides, so. We might actually finish this today. My other sister, one of my sisters, her dog passed away a few months ago too. So they took him to the vet and got him cremated, and their vet did a really good job. Sent him home with like little keepsakes, and her dog lived to like 20 years old. So their dog, she was, we see a good life, and just a lot of things happening this year. Sad, bad, and good. So I hope you all are doing well. And everything is going great in your lives. I am having such a fun time coloring in here. Just very relaxing. I could literally fall asleep coloring this picture because it's so relaxing. We had a long and busy weekend. Kids even stayed busy. And I've been noticing when they're in school, when they come home, there's less arguing. Brothers and sisters argue with each other when they're little. And less. I think they're just both tired and want to do their own thing. All my siblings were like way older than me, so when I was my son's age in elementary school, the sibling that's just ahead of me, he was almost, done with high school, so I always kind of stuck to myself. Even though he would pick on me once in a while. I love coloring flowers. I love drawing flowers too. I always draw them with like this part. Like have this and this. That's how I kind of draw mine actually. How they do. I wish I could draw a rose. Probably need to try. My son is really good at drawing. I'm just not. I've never been that good at art. My sister, one of my sisters was really good. And my mom was really good too. My mom's mom, my grandma, was really good apparently too. My aunt was talking about that not that long ago. She was really good at making art, my grandma. Okay, let's move up here. Do any of you get colored pencils that sometimes get scratchy? I am not a fan of that. And why is it that they get scratchy? That might be a dumb question, but I don't know. Why do they get scratchy? Like they color fine and then after a while they get scratchy. If the baby is born on his due date, my son's birthday is like just over a week after my oldest. So that's going to be fun. We gotta plan. We already know the date when we plan on having his birthday, hopefully. We'll just have it at our house because the baby's only going to be not very old. And it's just with family, so. My son has a friend in his class that he's been wanting to go to her house and hang out. I said we'd have to talk to her parents, meet her parents, get their address and phone number. I don't know. I mean, things were different when I was younger. Is that like too protective? I mean, I need to know where my kid's at, obviously, to reach him and. But yeah, I said he could. He would just need to talk to her parents first. So we'll see when they decide something, and then he can play with her, or she can come over here too. I think that's gonna look okay. We're on the last pieces and then we're finished. In just 2 videos, that's pretty good. If you had to color this background, would you leave it white or color it? I personally like it white, but yeah, there could be other color options. I just don't know of any right now. I'm sure my daughter will want friends over eventually. She loves making friends. Her and my son. My daughter is more outgoing and like not afraid to talk to people, where my son is kind of shy and he wants to be friends with everyone. My daughter might want to be friends with everyone too, but my son's kind of sensitive towards things, which is okay. All his teachers love him. They said he's the kindest. He actually, the first week of school, got 2 awards. One for holding doors for people to go in and out of the building, and one for getting the most points awarded in class for doing work and stuff that he's told. And he get the most in his class, so he's really trying. Which I was like, whoa, this is so good. And his sister, she's learning how to read a little bit in preschool. And she's been telling me they send home these little books, and I remember getting something like that when I was in preschool. But I think mine was just more sounds with letters. Hers is like actual little booklets that tell a story that the kids can tell. Sorry if you heard that. I had something in my throat and it like kind of came out as a light cough. And I see myself a lot with my son because he talks to people more than I did when I was younger. But I was also shy, kind of, and I wanted to be friends with everyone too, so. And I talked to everyone, but I always waited for people to approach me. I was kind of back there. I don't remember having a bedtime when I was younger. I think we just knew that we had to go to bed. I probably did, I just don't remember. My kids have a bedtime. I know how it is in the morning if they weren't to have one. And they go to bed pretty good too. They brush their teeth, go to the bathroom, and they hop into bed, and they're usually out fairly quickly, so. Obviously, the older they get, their bedtime will go up a little later, but right now it's at the perfect time for them to get plenty of sleep. And that's going to be it. We finished the page. What do you guys think? I like it. I think it looks great. Yeah, just the way it is. So there you go. There it is. Just plain coloring. And these are perforated, so they do tear out. This is Ultimate Coloring Book Treasury. Relax, recharge, and refresh yourself. Valentina Harper and Thania McArdle. If you like this video, please consider giving it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. I hope you all have a wonderful night, week, wherever you are. And happy coloring. Bye.